My dearest viewer, this video is not only for the Bridgerton fans among you, although I highly suspect that most of you who clicked on this video know this wonderful series on Netflix. And while the series is of course set in a different time, the grace, elegance and poise exhibited by its characters offer timeless lessons. Number 1. Embrace elegance in fashion. So we start with the very obvious and more superficial thing, but we all know that modern clothes are much more casual than the beautiful, feminine, elegant and sophisticated, sensual but still classy outfits of the series. Her femininity was really celebrated with its beautiful dresses and long gowns, with the very luxurious materials of silk and lace and the beautiful pastel colors. So it was really very, very feminine. So although of course this fashion is not up to date anymore, why can't we just incorporate some of the feminine style clothes or accessories in today's outfits and looks? I'm a big fan of playing a little bit with accessories and with fashion. That's why I also try to incorporate some of those classic items in my wardrobe today. And maybe I wouldn't combine all of them at once when going out or having a date or something, but you can simply pick one of these and inspire your inner Lady Bridgerton. One of these examples is a corset. Nowadays there are a lot of corsets available from different brands, and I already have been using corsets years ago in fashion and as fashion items, and I have to say that I don't use them very often because they are not the best for your health because if you lace them together in a very tightly, it's a bit difficult to breathe, and also you shouldn't eat with them. But if you just use them in a light way, so you don't lace them too tight, they can be a very elegant and also sexy accessory that will also improve your posture. So, if we take a look at the corset that I'm wearing today, I simply sit in a straight way because this corset supports me, it gives me back support. It is a very nice and feminine accessory that we can wear from time to time. Another accessory that I'm using today is this one here. It's like a band. I think it's called headband. And there are many kinds of these head accessories, but you can use other accessories for your head and they can complement an outfit. Kind of a vintage touch, because they remind me also a little bit of the Tudors, especially these kind of headbands, because they are a little bit bigger. And then of course long skirts, long dresses, flowy dresses, silky materials, all these kinds of things, you can incorporate the modern version of that in today's life and feel like a modern lady. Tip number 2. Prioritize good manners. Manners never go out of style. The characters in Bridgerton, despite of their various personalities, they all follow a certain code of conduct. And they all maintain their manners in social settings. They always stay polite and dignified. This is something that we as modern ladies can learn from the Bridgerton ladies. Try to incorporate good manners in everyday life. Say please, thank you, be considerate, listen actively and show respect to everyone. Number 3, cultivate confidence. The Bridgerton ladies are all confident. They are making a great entrance at the ball. They mostly assert their opinions and they state their boundaries. For a modern lady, this translates to standing tall and having a good posture, speaking clearly, articulate yourself well and believe in your self-worth. This will also never get out of style. Lesson number 4. Value intelligence and wit. So we have also already scratched upon the more superficial aspect of clothing, then of course the acting and behavior. And now that we come to an aspect that is also emphasized a lot in the Bridgerton series, the sharp wit and intelligence of many of the Bridgerton ladies' characters, like Eloise for example, they are as captivating as their beauty. So it is important to also cultivate intelligence, engage in meaningful conversations and in intellectual conversations as a lady, and staying informed about current events, but also cultivating a sense of humor that can make you very interesting and attractive apart from your looks. Lesson number 5 that we can learn from Bridgerton: maintain grace under pressure. This is something I find mostly challenging, but it's greatly resolved by the Bridgerton character of Daphne, for example. In modern times, maintaining your composure in stressful situations, handling criticism with class and dignity, and approaching challenges with a calm demeanor are all marks of a classy lady. And I have made a video that is related to that. It is about how to handle disrespect as a lady, and I will link that here and also down below so that you can watch it afterwards. It might be helpful to develop this lesson a little bit more. Number 6. Pursue personal growth. The Bridgerton ladies are often on personal journeys of growth and self-discovery. We also see them engage in various creative activities such as playing the piano, knitting, dancing, stitching, or also classic activities such as reading or writing. A modern lady should also strive for self-development. This can mean pursuing education, learning new skills, languages, or developing new skills, and an interest in personal growth and self-development. This is very important for a modern day lady too. Point number 7. Nurturing strong relationships. The importance of friendships and family is a very central theme in the Bridgerton series. Cultivating and nurturing meaningful relationships can provide a strong support system, and that's why it's so important for a modern day lady too. A classy lady values her loved ones, and she puts time and effort to nurture those relationships. So what I would recommend you and what we can take into our modern day times are things like, for example, write a card, like a written note, and send it to people to thank them for something or to make them happy for special occasions. Remember birthdays, have a calendar where you write down all the birthdays. Meet regularly in person with your friends, or invite friends to your home for a cake or a cup of tea. Those things have become so rare nowadays, but they are incredibly valuable and important. I made a video about how to be a good friend, and I will link that also here and down below for you to watch afterwards if you are interested in this particular topic and want to learn more. Number 8. Exercise discretion. So in the series, discretion is crucial, and especially in a gossip-driven society. In our digital age, this translates to being mindful with what you can share online and what you shouldn't. And you should definitely maintain a certain level of privacy. Not every detail of your life has to be shared publicly. And now we come to the lesson number 9 that we can take away from Bridgerton into our modern lady life. Do some old school activities. This one I really love. In modern times, we sometimes miss those non-digital and more personal activities that we did as children, for example, depending on how old you are. But in my childhood, we were still playing a lot of card games, board games, and just doing a lot of personal things. I also refer to simple things such as going for a walk in the park with your friends. As I said, playing games, or just take time for a coffee or tea afternoon. You could even go to a really nice afternoon tea at a 5-star hotel if you want this special experience and really feel like a Bridgerton lady. Most important is to do personal things in real life. You can also take up some classical feminine hobbies such as painting or knitting or sewing, because these will also increase your feminine energy. And one last point, dancing. Dancing has always been there in the past, in the present, and I think it will always be there in the future. So this is something that you can also do. It will always increase your feminine movement, your feminine aura, and it's really fun. And it is something very social. And now we come to lesson number 10. And I think this one is quite important that I will need your opinion on that later. So point number 10 or lesson number 10 is let men court you. So one of the hallmarks of the Bridgerton series is the art of courtship. Allowing men to court you shows self-respect and confidence. I personally love this aspect of the series. It's so refreshing and so different from today's world. And I really wish it was like in those times more often. I would say that it is important to let a potential partner court you and put an effort to win your affection. This doesn't mean playing games, but rather showing that your time and presence are valuable. And this also sets the tone for a respectful and serious relationship. But the main problem is that men, or many men nowadays, don't know how to court anymore. Or maybe they don't bother trying because it is so easy for them. Only you as ladies can change that dynamic by maintaining a certain level of mystery and not being overly available and easy. What do you think? Is there a chance to bring back the courting culture of older times? Or do you think that society is simply lost with regard to that? I'm also especially interested in the younger generation's opinion, so let me know down below, please. And let's discuss that. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe of course, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!